Germany is often seen as one of the most attractive destinations in Europe for people chasing financial security and a better future. It's the land of a strong economy, stable jobs, high salaries, generous pensions, and solid wealth management opportunities. On social media, many influencers love to show off their success in Germany: luxury cars, designer brands, and champagne in their villas. But let's be honest, is this the real financial reality for most expats? I've been living in Germany for 15 years, and I can tell you, Germany is a country for many, but not for everyone. While there are many financial advantages here, there are also hidden costs and challenges that nobody talks about. In this video, I want to share with you some of the challenges you might come along here in Germany. Let's start with what I call the Kindergeld trap. In Germany, the government pays families the so-called Kindergeld, €250 per child every month until the children become independent. It's supposed to be a support, a little extra help for raising kids. But here's the ugly truth. Too many families, especially some low-income immigrants family, treat it like a salary. 3 kids, that's the €750 a month, more than the average wage in countries like Bulgaria, Serbia or Albania. And what happens? Some people come here, collect Kindergeld and think they can sit back on the couch all day, living off the system. But let's be honest, in Germany €250 per child barely covers groceries or school supplies. It won't pay your rent and it certainly won't secure your future. That's why I call it the Kindergeld trap. It looks attractive, but it locks people into a cycle of dependency. Instead of working, building skills and improving their life, they rely on free money. And by doing so, they not only limit their own chances of moving forward, they also risk passing this mindset onto their children. The truth is simple. If you rely on Kindergeld as your main income, you're not giving your family stability, you're teaching them poverty. But the biggest shock most newcomers face in Germany is the difference between gross and net salary. Many people are drawn here by attractive gross salaries, but they underestimate the impact of high taxes, social contributions, and the overall cost of living. For instance, on an €80,000 gross salary, your net income is usually around €48,000 to €50,000 per year, after income tax, health insurance, solidarity surcharge, pension, and unemployment contributions. Compared to countries like Bulgaria, Serbia, or Romania, where people often pay flat taxes of just 10 to 15%, in Germany you can lose nearly half of your salary before it even reaches your account. So yes, the salaries are high, but so are the deductions and the cost of life as well. Moreover, there is an important detail that's often underestimated. For most employees in Germany, those working under the tariff system, statutory health insurance contributions are automatically deducted from the gross salary, and the cost is split roughly 50-50 between the employer and the employee. For example, if the monthly health insurance contribution is €800, the employee pays €400 and the employer pays the same. But if you are a specialist or in a management role, chances are you'll have what's called an AT contract, außertariflich, meaning you are employed outside of collective bargaining agreements. AT employees usually earn higher salaries, but they don't benefit from the same union-negotiated perks or allowances that tariff employees do. That can easily mean paying well over additional €1,000 per month just for health coverage. But while tariff employees have their contribution deducted directly from their gross salary, AT employees must cover a larger share themselves. This often creates the illusion of higher salaries, when in reality the take-home pay can be significantly lower. And this is a crucial detail because many people are blinded by the high gross salary of AT contracts and completely overlook these extra costs. Let's go back to our earlier example. With a gross salary of €80,000, your net may be around $50,000 per year. Sounds decent, right? But when you retire, your state pension will only be a fraction of that, around €25,000 per year. That's roughly €2,000 a month before taxes. Now, imagine trying to live on that, especially in 20 or 30 years when the cost of living will be much higher. Inflation alone will reduce the buying power of that money drastically. To put things into perspective, the current average pension in Germany is about €1,600 gross per month, well below the average rent for a modest apartment in major cities. So you can easily see the scale of the problem. This is what I call the pension illusion. While you're working, the German system feels expensive because you contribute so much. But when you retire, what you get back often is not enough to maintain the lifestyle you are used to. At the end of the day, you only have 2 options: Adapt your lifestyle downwards when you retire, living with much less than during your working years, or prepare in advance by creating a parallel pension through private investments, company pensions, or long-term saving strategies. Unfortunately, many people choose the easy way. Instead of preparing for the future, they spend their money to enjoy life now, showing off and appearing richer than they really are. But sooner or later, reality catches up. Another important aspect that many people realize too late is how sick leave coverage actually works in Germany. Yes, the government supports you when you are unable to work, but only for a limited time. For the first 6 weeks, your employer continues paying your full salary. But if you are sick for longer than that, your income drops dramatically. From week 7 onward, you only receive about 70% of your gross salary, not your net. That's a huge difference, and there's a cap. Even if you normally earn €6,000 a month, your sick pay will be limited to around 3,200. Now think about it. 6 weeks is not a long time when you're recovering from a serious accident or a major operation. And if you have a mortgage, rent, or a family to support, that income drop can hit very hard. This often shocks immigrants from countries like Italy, where the system is very different and sick leave is covered 100% for much longer. Most people don't even think about this scenario until it happens, and then it's too late. So what's the truth about money in Germany? On the surface, it's a wealthy country with high salaries, strong benefits and social security. But when you look closer, you see the hidden costs. High taxes, shrinking pensions, the Kindergeld trap, and financial risks like a sick leave that most people never think about. Germany offers a stability, but it's not a shortcut to wealth. If you wanted to thrive here financially, you need discipline, planning, and the right mindset. I've been here for 15 years now, and my advice is simple. Don't be fooled by the glossy image you see on social media. Behind every Porsche and luxury villa, there's a financial system that demands careful planning. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What do you think is the biggest financial challenge of living in Germany? Let me know in the comments here below. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!